Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed, and today I want to show you how I do a flat iron steak out on the grill. I'm calling this one my black and blue flat iron. It's going to have a nice balsamic marinade that we're going to get the meat in, and then we're going to top it with this creamy blue cheese butter we're going to put together. Let's get to cooking. To start off, we're going to put together this balsamic marinade that we're going to put our flat iron in. And I'm starting with some balsamic vinegar, some soy sauce, about a tablespoon of brown sugar to sweeten it up a little bit. And I've got one shallot that I've finely diced, but I'm only going to use half of it. We're going to use the rest later on. And then 4 or 5 garlic cloves. We're going to put about half of those in there. Then we're going to season it. Got a good pinch crushed red pepper for a little heat. Then I need a little bit of salt, a couple pinches. Same with some black pepper. We're going to whisk that up real fast, melt that brown sugar a little bit. The last thing I want to add to the marinade is some olive oil. I'm just eyeballing about a 1/4 cup, same amount of liquid that we put in with the vinegar and the soy sauce. That looks right to me. We're ready to get this steak in a bag. I'm just going to drop it right down in a Ziploc bag, pour the marinade right in. So now it just needs to hang out in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 hours. You know, if you want to go a little longer, that's fine, but I want these flavors to really work on that flat iron steak. While the flat iron's hanging out in the marinade, I want to go ahead and combine this creamy blue cheese butter that we're going to be using later on. I'm starting just with some room temperature softened butter. I'm adding some blue cheese crumbles. Then we're going to put in the remainder of that shallot and garlic. I'm going to season this mixture with a little bit of my steak rub. You just want to stir it all together until it's combined, and then just let it hang out at room temperature till we're ready to use it. For this cook today, I'm firing up my Kong grill, and I'm putting a good bed of royal oak lump charcoal in there to start. Take the bigger pieces and kind of stack them up in a pyramid shape. You want to leave just enough space to get a couple wax starter cubes right up under the coal. Fire it up, leave the lid open, and let those coals get good and hot. When that temperature creeps up to over 400 degrees, that's when you want to go ahead and get your grate in place. Anytime I'm cooking the steak, I'm using a set of these grill grates. That's where I'm getting these great restaurant-looking grill marks. All right, I've marinated this flat iron steak for about 4 hours. I took it out of the refrigerator about 15 minutes ago, just let it sit out. Got the Kong fired up. It's a little over 400 degrees. That's perfect for this. I've got some grill grates on here to give me some really good grill marks. I let them get real good and hot. You can see they're smoking a little bit. That means they're ready to cook. We're just gonna go right on. This is kind of a time thing. I'm usually gonna do about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna put a twist on it. 3 more minutes and it'll be time to flip it. With flat iron steaks, you really wanna cook them no more than medium rare. I mean, they're really great cut of steak, but if you cook them overdone, they're gonna be tough, and we don't want that. So we're gonna get a timer going, get this thing flipped when we need to. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. It's time to get that first twist on this flat iron, and I'm using my grill grate spatula. It makes getting underneath that steak real easy. Turn it, get the lid down, set another timer for 3 minutes. After a total of 6 minutes, it's time to flip the flat iron. And I want you to check out these grill marks. That's exactly what I want to see. It looks perfect. Set that timer for another 3 minutes. We're going to repeat that same process. After 9 total minutes, we're going to put one last twist on this flat iron and let it go for 3 more minutes. It should be right where we want it. All right, we've done that last twist. It's been another 3 minutes, so we're looking at about a total of 12 minutes. This is where I want to start checking it with my thermal pin. Bingo. We've got that temp I wanted, about 125 internal. It's still going to carry over some, but we need to get it off the grill, get it off the heat. Now check that out. That flat iron's got perfect grill marks. That's what I call restaurant quality right there. Love those grill grates. They do it to steak every single time. We're gonna take this flat iron in, let it rest maybe 10 minutes, top it with a little bit of that creamy blue cheese butter, and we're gonna be ready to slice it up and try it. All right, I let the flat iron hang out here just for 5 or 10 minutes, but I wanna top it with some of that creamy blue cheese. That's where we're getting that black and blue flat iron today. So I've just had it sitting out at room temp. I'm just gonna put a dollop on top of it. I want it to just melt down into the steak. It's gonna give it some flavor, then we're gonna slice it up. So just give it a few more minutes to rest. It's kind of a little butter coat on top. The blue cheese is really gonna give it a nice little pop. Hey, while that butter's hanging out over that flat iron, it's getting real happy. Let's talk real quick about what we did. We got a flat iron steak. It's cut from the chuck roast, and they're great as long as you keep them medium rare. Got it in some marinade. There's that balsamic vinegar, a few other things. Let it hang out for 4 hours in the refrigerator. Then we got it on a hot grill. We fired that Kong up with some really good Royal Oak lump charcoal. Got it good and hot. We were coming up on 500 degrees. Got it on our grill grates, 3 minutes, and then we put the twist on it, another 3 minutes, flipped it and repeated. That was all she wrote. And we topped it with that good blue cheese compound butter that we put together. That's where we're at. It's time to slice this dude up and see what we're working with. Now I just want to slice it across the grain. You want to have some of that butter on each bite. And I want it to be a little medium rare, and that's kind of what we got here. You can see how it's still got some pink to it. It's rare, got a little bit of gray on each side. That's perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Some good flat iron steak, black and blue style. If you like it a little more done, hey, go right ahead, get it off when you want to. This is perfect for me. Keeps it really tender. It's got a ton of flavor this way. Hey, that's it. That flat iron's cut up all the way. Beautiful cook on it. And I can't wait to try a bite. I'm gonna come out of these gloves for this one. Let's get a piece right out of the center where it's still good and rare. See how tender it is. That just melts in your mouth. That's why I like the flat iron cooked this way. It's easy to do. Ton of great beef flavor. That balsamic marinade really goes great with beef, and you can't beat that creamy blue cheese on top. It gives it just another layer of flavor. It gives it a little bit of tang, and you get all that good shallot and garlic in it. It is really awesome. Y'all have got to try this recipe. Hey, if you like what we're doing here at How to Barbecue Right, you want to find out when we're putting out new videos, subscribe to that channel. It'll send you an email and let you know when new stuff's out. You can always send the comments and the questions to our Facebook and Twitter. We love those. We'll see y'all next time.